We are back at 227 West Chicago. This is a new development in Chicago's River North neighborhood. I find this to be such an interesting build because this is a 10-story building and they are building it without a tower crane. I was going past this site less than a week ago and I stopped to ask a construction worker about this, and he said that this should have a tower crane. So it will be interesting to see this entire building erected with mobile hydraulic all terrain crawler cranes. Now, this is just sitting in the alley. This is just a 10-story building, and that is something else that a lot of people are really disappointed because this is sitting right next to the Chicago L stop. That is serving the brown and purple lines, and being 10 stories and transit oriented seems like they could have gone 20 stories maybe, considering that they are doing less parking and they are really pushing the residents onto the transit. So I think they could have added a taller building to this site too, even though it's a pretty small space. And it being a small space is why I find it so interesting that they have this crane set up in the alley like this. And I don't understand how they're going to be able to complete this building without blocking off Chicago Avenue. And blocking streets in Chicago is something that they try so hard not to do, especially not a major thoroughfare like Chicago Avenue. But here we see this crane in the alley lifting steel, building this structure. This is a 56 unit building, and this is really just urban infill. This is no standing tall building that you notice from miles away. So, this is interesting to see this in the city. This is the type of development that really keeps the city moving. But here we're on the last shot, and we just see what the city looks like around this spot. And we really see the John Hancock Building and North Michigan Avenue. And then as we turn around, we see Sears Tower. And then we start to look off to the West Loop where we see a tower crane of the Bally's Casino. And that area is growing. And then we get a little bit of light making the foreground dark here, but you can still see the low-rise structure of most of the city. And then as we turn back around here, you can see Lake Michigan in the background. Chicago, it is such a beautiful city right here with Lake Michigan and the lakefront, and it just makes it so beautiful. So, if you are watching this and don't live here, I would recommend a visit because Chicago is a very welcoming place and you will have the best time here. So, thank you everyone that watches my videos. I really appreciate looking at Chicago growing like this. It's really great sign.